Hello and welcome. We're live here on Forever Sports. It's Vodacom URC action. It's the Stormers at home in Cape Town up against the Sharks. You with me, Ruudz, on this rugby journey. It's an absolute pleasure. And it's these two teams that are looking to make some headway. For the Stormers, of course, lying a little bit lower down on the table, looking to make their way up. The Sharks with some Springboks back in the likes of Sia Kolisi amongst others, who could make their way in the top four, of course. Stay with us on this journey as we go here on Forever Sports. Just a shout out to our page sponsor, BITDEFENDER, of course. Don't leave your security to chance. Give them an opportunity to sort it out for you. Check them out in the description. The link is there. But share the link with your friends and family as we go on this journey. We've had Christmas, we've had fun times. And just as December closes here on Forever Sports, we're live for the Stormers at home at the DHL Stadium up against the Sharks. The Sharks, of course, triumphant the last time around they met by 21 points to 15. There was some drama at the end, and we're looking forward to some more drama as we build up to the live action here. I'm going to take you through the starting 23 of each side, starting with the Stormers, of course. From 1 to 23, Ali Vermaak, Joseph Tueba perhaps has fallen out of favour with Rassie Erasmus and the Springboks, but no doubt still has a part to play in Springbok rugby, you feel. Frans Malherbe, of course, the stalwart of the Springboks to make up the front row. Salman Murat played his 50th game, of course. The last time around against the Lions, the Stormers were triumphant. They'll be looking to kick on. From there, J.D. Schickerling, back from overseas, looking to add his influence here in the domestic game. Deon Fourie, of course, the captain, fantastic. The oldest Springbok in the mix at that World Cup final. He played his part when Bongi and Banambi went down. But Deon Fourie, no doubt, will be looking to play more of a part here as this URC journey takes its stand. And we have Ben Jason Dixon at 7, Marcel Tennyson at 8 to make up that forward pack. Herschel Jantjies and Mani Lebok at 9 and 10. Sabelo Sanatla, what a comeback after suffering a rare injury, which of course was as a result of an accident that happened. He's back, he's in the mix, and he no doubt has a part to play, full of flair, full of fire, full of intensity, to fight his way back into the Stormers starting lineup at left wing. Sasha Feinberg and Gomezulu. Well, what else can we say about the man? He's the man, the myth, the legend, the man of the future in Springbok rugby, no doubt, at 12. Ruan Nel at 13. Silemain Hartzenberg at 14. And Warwick Galant at 15, who in fact is playing his 50th game at the DHL Stadium in front of his home fans. Warwick Galant, wish you nothing but the best. Have a fantastic game. We might not be a Stormers fan. I'm speaking on behalf of myself. But as a South African rugby fan, go out there and go and do your thing, brother. He's at fullback, 16 to 23 for the Stormers. Andre Hugo-Venter, Brock Harris, playing his 9,644th game. It feels like he's been there from the beginning, since the beginning of time, in that Western Province jersey. No doubt will be looking to come off the bench and stabilise that scrum for the Stormers. Neethling Forshey, up and coming in the front row. Ruben van Heerden, a lot has been spoken about him in terms of Springbok call-up. Might feel a bit aggrieved, justifiably so, one could arguably say. But his time is coming. You feel it's just a matter of time. Billy Engelbrecht, Paul de Villiers, Paul de Vet, and Jean-Luc Duplessis make up the bench for the Stormers. For the Sharks, of course, we have some of the Springboks back. And that looks like a mean starting lineup. No doubt, of course, a little bit of debate around the Sharks and how they're going about navigating the experience with the youth. If you think of the likes of Eben Etzebeth not in the mix, Can they put someone in that position to fill his place? But we'll go through the starting team from 1 to 23. Oxen chair at loose head. Dylan Richardson, the Scottish international, back after, I think it was some bout of stomach virus last weekend that kept him out. Vincent Koch at tight head, another Springbok stalwart in the mix there. Jason Jenkins, of course, coming back to South Africa, plying his trade here, putting his name in the hat for us, Erasmus, come next season. Emil van Heerden at 5. Pepsi Buthelezi, capped this year by the Springboks against Portugal. Emmanuel Tituka at 7. And Sia Kolisi, captain, fantastic. Captain, my captain, at number 8 to make up that forward pack. Jaden Hendrickse, along with his brother Jordan Hendrickse, at 9 and 10. Look out for them. They know each other so well. Can they get the Sharks over the line? Ethan Hooker switched from centre to wing to make way for Lorenzo Julies, of course, the Sharks without Makazola Mapimpi this afternoon. But no doubt, I beg your pardon, a worthy replacement in the form of Ethan Hooker, young, upcoming, and a real talent in the domestic game. Andre Esterhuizen at 12, Lorenzo Julies at 13, Joel Penke at 14, and the weekend special Apelele Fassi at number 15 to make up the starting lineup for the Hollywood Bet Sharks here against the Stormers from 16 to 23. Bryce Calvert, Ruan Dreyer, Trevor Nyakane, Corno Rowell, Nick Hatton, Bradley Davids. Sia Masuku will no doubt look to come off the bench and throw his name in the hat as well. No doubt a talent. If you take a look at last season, Sia Masuku is in the mix. You better believe it. And then, of course, 23 is Francois Venter. But do give your score predictions in the comments section. No doubt it's going to be a pulsating clash here at the DHL Stadium. The crowd filling up to the brim. We're almost up to the year 2025. And it's an absolute pleasure to take you through this one. Tell us what your score is. Give us an indication from where in the world you tuned in here on Forever Sports, who you're supporting. It's going to be an exciting clash. Kickoff is a couple of minutes away, but if we look at the likes of Sasha Feinberg, Ngoma Zulu, together with Mani Libok, you feel the Stormers have something at the back there, with the likes of Warwick Galant, of course, making his 50th appearance. But it has to start up front. We saw the Sharks struggle against the Bulls in their game. They did edge that game, of course, by 20 points to 17 in their last clash in the URC. They took a break, of course, for the Champions Cup. It didn't go so well for the South African sides. But the Bulls right up there, the Sharks, as I said, are looking to make their way into that top 4. And a victory here over the Stormers, doing a double over them, would be definitely, would put them in a good position. It was a tough clash in Durban the last time around, but the Stormers just couldn't get over the line. Mani Libok getting over the line, in fact, for that try, but it was ruled out a couple of phases prior due to a knock-on. So there's some unfinished business you feel here in Cape Town for this game. The Stormers and the Sharks looking to edge themselves closer, higher up the table. The Stormers struggling somewhat, couple of injuries. You feel Sasha Feinberg and Gomez Zulu just comes back, he gets an injury, and perhaps just stuttering at the moment for the likes of head coach John Dobson. But for John Plumtree and his side, they've got the Springboks back, of course, without Ebenezabeth in the starting lineup. But there's a lot to go around. If you look at Apelele Fassi, Andre Esterhuizen, Oxenchair, Sia Kolisi, need I say more? Shout out to Mr. Mlungu. 2-1. 2-1. If this was a football game, to who, Mr. Mlungu? Tell us. Louis Fourie says Stormers 18-15. Shout out to Louis, who's a Stormers fan. You feel it's going to be one of those games, but you also feel it's going to be a higher scoring affair there, Louis. I don't want to disagree with you, but that score could just be a little bit higher. There's some tries here on the park. And I'm glad you tuned in here on Forever Sports. Mr. Mlungu says Sharks to win. Mr. Mlungu, by how much? By how much, sir? It's going to be a simply sensational game. Get your drinks topped up. If it's rooibos tea, brandy and coke, if it's a beer, if it's a cup of coffee, it doesn't matter. We're on this rugby journey together. And kickoff is just about underway. The Stormers crowd, no doubt, leaning heavily in favour of the home crowd, of course. But they're out in full support. Kickoff, 5 o'clock South African Standard Time. And we're in for a real one here in the Vodacom URC. Of course, we saw last night Leinster getting over the line and dominating that top spot. So number one is not up for grabs at this very moment. Coming away by 28 points to 14 against Munster. In fact, 28 points to 7, I beg your pardon. In an all-Irish affair. The Irish still feel that they're number one in the world. There it was on display. It was a good game. They're all number one on the Vodacom URC table. Show them some respect, but let's give some respect to the South African domestic derby here at the DHL Stadium. And of course, a shout out to Bianca Barnard, my lovely wife, who says simply sensational, Mr. Stunder. I'll be taking you through, guiding you through this rugby journey here on Forever Sports. The Stormers are, of course, happy with the fact that they can get the likes of Deon Fourie back. He might be old in terms of age number, but playing like a young man nonetheless, always. Ben Jason Dixon, incumbent in that loose forward role for the Springboks, will be looking to make some more traction. It's Manie Lebok. A lot of debate around Manie Lebok, of course. We know, no doubt, he's one of the best in South Africa, if not the best, in terms of setting the backline free to do their thing. You just feel the pack of forwards with the likes of Ali Vermaak, Joseph Dueba, Frans Malherbe, Salman Murat, Springbok captain as well, J.D. Schickerling and Marcel Tennyson. They've got to lay the platform for Manie Lebok to dominate and do what he does best. Goal kicking, always contentious, but we give him the benefit of the doubt, of course. He has shown in moments of pressure he can deliver. Let's not give him too much of a rough time. We're here to support South African rugby. But if you're a Shark supporter, if you're a Stormers supporter, give your comments, give your score prediction. Tell us where you're watching from. Are we going to see the likes of Warwick Holland getting over the try line? Silemain Hartzenberg sometimes perhaps doesn't get all the credit he deserves. There's some real work on that right wing. Ruan Nel at 13, of course, the 7 specialist. We know there's the likes of Kwagga Smith, JC Pretorius for the Lions, coming in from that 7s and adding their value in the 15s game. For the Sharks, of course, it's Sia Kolisi. All eyes on him. Has shown that he can hold down that number 8 jersey. Pepsi Buthelezi will be looking to have a strong game in the number 6 jersey. Jason Jenkins, of course, wants to show that he's a lock forward, worth mentioning come next season for the Springboks. But it's that front row, Oxen Chair, Dylan Richardson and Vincent Koch will be looking to lay the platform up front. All with international experience, of course, Dylan Richardson with Scotland. But Oxen Chair and Vincent Koch with the Springboks have showed their value time and time again. And we know the saying goes, salads don't win scrums. We're in for a pulsating clash here at the DHL Stadium as the players come out onto the field. The Stormers at home, the Sharks, looking to make headway in the Vodacom URC, captained by our captain, fantastic Sia Khaleesi. And then, of course, the bench for the Sharks, Trevor Nyakane. Don't forget about him, son. He's got the dance moves, but he's also got the playing skills to set this game alight in terms of adding his value. Sia Masuku as well showed us in that Challenge Cup final last season that he's just not a one-hit wonder. He's there to make a difference as Warwick Galant comes out onto the field for his 50th cap in front of his home crowd here. Hasn't he showed us time and time again with his magic on the park? He'll be looking to add some more here as the Stormers flags ring out at the DHL Stadium. The home crowd comes out. We're almost underway, folks. Give your score prediction. Let's make it happen here on Forever Sports. We are nothing without the fans, of course, tuning in here, taking you through this, guiding you through a rugby journey as we're in the festive season. We hope, of course, everybody's safe and sound on your seat, buckled up for this clash in the Vodacom URC. Amy Barrett-Turon is the referee in charge. No doubt getting the experience along the way and with more than enough ability to navigate these two sides. We're in for a pulsating clash. We're almost underway. Would you believe it? You better believe it. Get your drinks topped up. We're almost underway. There's seconds. Don't delay. It's going to be Jordan Hendrickse to get us underway. The Sharks from right to left. And it's Sasha Feinberg and Gomez Zulu who takes the kickoff outside the 22, but the Sharks have recycled it. And on the attack, immediately they go. Sia Khaleesi stretches his legs, but he's brought to ground there. But in possession, working their way to the 22 are the Sharks. Jordan Hendrickse, fussy, puts in a kick. Is there space? The bounce of the ball. It's pinpoint. The weekend special does it so early on. We're not even a minute in. And he's put it on a ticky. Just shaving the corner flag. And the Sharks are deep inside the Stormers' territory. A wonderful work from the fullback of the Sharks there. The pressure's on the Stormers here early on this right-hand side. It's Ngome Zulu who's gone down. They're tending to him. Time off for the moment. Looks like he's going to be okay. Hands on the mouth. We're gasping for air here. Sasha, come on, son. Don't do this to us. Taking us on a roller coaster here. The Stormers win the line out. It's not clean. It's carried back. Amy Barrett-Turon on the spot is going to award a scrum to the Sharks. 15 metres in from this right-hand touchline. It's the Sharks who have the first opportunity. Bit of a wonky line out from the Stormers there. And it went in goal and they couldn't clear. And the Sharks will have an opportunity via Jaden Hendrickse here. A real attacking opportunity. You have to say it was set up by Apalele Fassi early on with that pinpoint kick from centre field into that right-hand corner. It's the scrum that the Sharks are going to have to look at here. It's gone down immediately. The referee's called for a reset. We know what Oxenchair can do. But you feel Ibn Etzebeth perhaps adds that extra value in that forward pack. But let's give him his due. Oxenchair knows his way around the front row. He's up against Frans Malherbe. What a clash. What a battle within a battle. His time is off for the moment. And it's Sasha Feinberg and Gomez Zulu who's getting some more attention. This is not looking good if you're a Stormers fan. We're waiting with bated breath here. The referee just coming over to have a conversation with the medical team. He took the ball early from the kickoff. There was Pepsi Buthelezi and Dylan Richardson who hit him in the tackle. Just an awkward landing there for Sasha Feinberg and Gomez Zulu. But he seems to be okay. Stormers fans, hold on, it's all okay. No drama hit. But it's the scrum that will take place as time comes back on. It's Jaden Hendricks set to feed. The Stormers buckling under the pressure. It's advantage to the Sharks. It's a free play here for the Sharks now. Advantage, says the referee. There's a cross kick. It's in the hands of Ethan Hooker. Will the referee keep the advantage going for the Sharks? No, we're coming back. It's decision time, but you feel they're going to put it in the corner. It's early days. But we don't want to do this in threes. We want to do this in 5s and 7s. Thank you. And it is the Sharks who'll get the penalty. The Stormers under real pressure. It was the Bulls a couple of weeks back. They really gave it to the Sharks in terms of the scrum. But holding their own here now. And as a result, getting a penalty. Jordan Hendricks putting it into touch. Tabu 8701. Bloody hell. Sasha looking injured already. I know what you're feeling, Tabu. But he's okay for now. The Sharks win the line out. We're in this right-hand corner. We're only 5 meters out. It's Hendricks to Julius. The boogeyman. Looks to free himself up, but he's brought to ground. Here come the Sharks. Emmanuel Tichuka. Going in a bit high, one feels, but getting a knee to the ground. The Sharks looking to play on. Wonderful work from Jaden Hendricks. No-look pass to Apalele Fassi. But no advantage. We're coming back. And you feel the penalty count, if it starts building up, is going to result in a warning for the Stormers. And then we start looking at yellow cards. It's still early days. But the Sharks have opted sensibly, one feels, for the 3 points. It's going to be Jordan Hendricks, but the Stormers offside. Every time Sasha Feinberg and Gomez Zulu gets himself involved in action, should I say, we hold our breath. Looks like he was calling for some reinforcements in terms of strapping. Doesn't feel 100% comfortable, but he's going to soldier on. It's Jordan Hendricks keeping his eyes on the post, taking one last look at the ball. The strike is good. It's sailing. It's over. Surely now the Sharks lead by 3 points to 0. We have a little over 6 minutes gone in this clash. No real sound from the home crowd. The Stormers have been under pressure from the kickoff. But they will get us underway with the restart here. From left to right, it's Mani Lebok who puts it high into the 22. 5 meters in from this left-hand touchline, about 15 meters out. From the Sharks try line, it's Jaden Hendricks to Jason Jenkins, who looks to set up a better angle here. The Sharks going in to secure that ball. Dylan Richardson amongst others. Jaden Hendricks goes digging in. Shapes for a kick. It's high. It's contestable. It's infield. Who wants it? It's Warwick Gelant with lovely hands. The Stormers now with an opportunity to attack. Herschel Junkies. Gelant to Solomon Hartzenberg. Right up against this left-hand touchline. The Stormers look to play from left to right, should I say. Ben Jason Dixon. Has it been lost forward? It has. It's Dion Free, or in fact, it's Andre Fenta who's knocked it on. For the Stormers, there will be a Sharks put into the line out, or to the scrum, should I say. Didn't give the defence time to set there. The Stormers looked like they were on attack, ready to pull the trigger, but just a knock forward there. From Andre Fenta. Territory heavily in favour of the Sharks, of course. That's from the kickoff. They kept the Stormers pinned down. The Sharks will have an opportunity to exit just outside their 22. They can't kick it straight out. It's a free kick to the Stormers, and immediately the Stormers play. The Sharks with an early shove. Penalty to the Stormers. The Sharks infringing at ruck time. Sia Khaleesi, the man caught by the referee. Not what you can do, it's what you can get away with. And he couldn't get away with it there. Mani Lebok with ball in hand. In fact, it's not a penalty. It's a free kick. It's not a penalty, it's a free kick. The Stormers tap and go. Herschel Junkies finds Marcel Tennyson, who looks to wriggle his way clear, but well held up and brought to ground by Pepsi Buthelezi. It's Frans Malherbe who takes it up. The Stormers look to gain traction here. Ali Famar coming around the corner. Herschel Junkies from right to left. The Stormers still in possession. Look to build on phase number 5 here. Still in possession. The Sharks holding up on defence. It's Gelant who puts a little kick in. Who wants it? Would you believe it? They've got it. The Stormers are in for a try, you know. The first try of the game goes to the Stormers. Wonderful work. And it's that man, Sayabelo Sinatla. You beauty. Of course, without the dreadlocks, I had to take another look. But it's same old pace from Sayabelo Sinatla in this left hand or right hand corner on the left wing. Got the better of your Penclair. More intent of getting the ball over the ground on a blade of grass and scoring that 5 points. The Stormers have the opportunity to add the extra 2. But wonderful work off the left foot from Warwick Gelant. Put the kick through, and it's Sayabelo Sinatla, the 7th specialist, showing that he's got plenty gas in the tank here in the 15-man's game. What a comeback, what a try. And it's Mani Lebok to add the extra 2. The strike is good. Unfortunately, fading away past this right hand upright, but it is the Stormers who are in the lead by 5-3. Enterprising play from Warwick Gelant. And once Sayabelo Sinatla had eyes for the try line, he was locked in. No chance for anything else. The Stormers in the lead. The kickoff or the restart from Jordan Hendrickse into the hands of Sasha Feinberg and Gomez Zulu with a wonderful clearance deep back into the Sharks territory. The Stormers were looking to build from that. Louis Foree says, Lekker Stormers! Lekker Louis! Thank you for tuning in, brother. Surely now. We're just inside the Sharks half. It's Dylan Richardson to feed on this right-hand touchline. Off the top to Jaden Hendrickse, and it's Oxenchair who takes it up. They try to rip it clear. They've succeeded, the Stormers, you know. Perhaps not dropping the hips low enough there, Oxenchair. Ben Jason Dixon amongst others. Dion Foree just able to rip that ball clear. It's going to be a put into the Stormers. For the moment, the momentum slightly in the favour of the Stormers. You feel this is going to be a close game. And the Stormers on that occasion thwarting the attack from the Sharks. Ripping the ball out of the hands of Oxenchair. It's going to be Herschel Junkies. They've got to get their scrum right though. 08701, Libok being Libok with the boots. No comment, Tabu, no comment. The Stormers feed. Much better scrum set up. And it's the tight head from the Sharks who's gone down, Vincent Koch. The Stormers playing on advantage. It's Solomon Hartzenberg who looks to cut in field. Wonderful defense from the Sharks. Still under advantage. Just losing the ball forward. No advantage. We're coming back. Will we see a shot at goal here? Just to put some sort of scoreboard pressure on the Sharks. Under the pump here. It was the far side, the tight head side that went down according to referee Amy Barrett-Teron. And the Stormers will have an opportunity. Time is off for the moment. Nervy, it's cagey, it's stop-start. But it's a real traditional South African derby here at the DHL Stadium. It is Libok who's opted to go for posts to add the extra 3. Wonderful work from Esther Hazen there. The trick is in the timing at ruck time. You don't want to play the scrum off. But once he picks the ball up, it's fair go to everyone. And the Springbok centre there, unsettling Herschel Junkies, causing him to knock it on, but we're coming back for the penalty advantage. It's Manie Libok who's going to have a shot at goal, missed with his first conversion. We have the likes of Sasha Feinberg and Gomezulu, of course, to add value should it not work out. It hasn't worked out for the Stormers. It's shaved the left hand upright. And Manie Libok has 0 out of 2. The Stormers can't add to their score. It stays at 5-3. It's going to be a 22-meter dropout. What a talent Manie Libok is. We'll never throw him under the bus. What do you mean? He's a Springbok, folks. Surely now. He's just that goal kicking. You feel there's a tweak here and there that can perhaps make him the complete package. But at number 10, hell, he can set a back line on fire. Who can forget that no-look kick against Scotland in the World Cup last year? He's done it time and time again. The Stormers unable to convert that penalty kick. The score stay at 5-3 in favour of the home side. A try to Sebelo Sinatla. And it's the Sharks who will restart with the 22 dropout. falling short, fading away. Down the left-hand upright was that kick. Pretty much dead center, within range. The compass just off. But the Sharks kick off and get us underway with the restart. But the Stormers come charging back. You can hear the home crowd getting behind their side. Unfortunately, on that occasion, it's Marcel Tennyson there looking for a little short pass to Ruben van Heerden. In fact, JD Schikkeling, I beg your pardon, just couldn't take it, but there's an early change here for the Sharks. It's Corne Roll who's going to come on the field from the bench for the Sharks. It's early replacement. Emil van Heerden looks like he's done for the day. He's handed in his VIP pass. He's going to sit down. He's injured. Then the Sharks with an early change, but a scrum here to get them some territorial gain. One feels they're just playing in the wrong areas of the pitch at the moment. The Stormers with the possession. The Sharks, after that early fast start, playing in the right areas, just have to get themselves in the right position again. And it's here Lorenzo Julies who gets us over the advantage line and well over halfway, but he's held up and brought into touch. He's wrestled into touch. Sorry, Junior Springbok. Come to the touch line, sir. Give us the ball. The Stormers will have the put-in to the line out. Just inside their own half on this right-hand touch line. Give us some score predictions, folks. I'm hearing nothing here in the comment section. But it's Andre Jugofenta. A change. Joseph Drewer was meant to start, but Andre Jugofenta in that number 2 jersey. But the Sharks have won it from the line out there. 15 metres in from this right-hand touchline. Now just inside their own half. It's Jaden Hendricks who looks to put it high with a contestable kick from the base. Well taken by Sinatla. And the Stormers have possession back. It's JD Schikkeling who takes it up. The lock forward. Herschel Jantjies to Lebok with another cross kick. Who wants it? It's Ruanel to Silemain Hotzenberg. Well over the advantage line. Working their way to the Sharks. 10-metre line here. The Stormers. The Sharks in the process of the counter-attack have just knocked it on. Doing the basics right. It's Esterhuizen again. But on that occasion, just with the knock on, but a wonderful take out of the air from Saubelo Sinatla. Kept his eyes on the ball. Got a knee to ground and recycled the ball. It's Esterhuizen who looked to disrupt Herschel Jantjies again. But just getting a hand in there, it's going to be a feed to the Stormers. Ogalfi Letsamao says Sharks win by 4. Shout out to Ogalfi. Mark A. Mark Man 800. 23 all draw. I hope you didn't put a bet on it. There's a chance, but the odds probably 1 in 25. It doesn't mean it's impossible, Mark. Shout out for tuning in. Strong scrum from the Stormers again. It's Herschel Jantjies who looks to break away down this left-hand blind. Marcel Tennyson in support. The Sharks have to reset on defense. It's Lebok. Lovely ball out wide. Is there space here? Bucheland just can't get away from a Sharks defender. It's Murat on the 10-metre mark of Sharks territory. The Stormers come again. Can they recycle it? Can they get it into double figures in terms of recycling that ball? It's Ngome Zulu who looks to get off a magical ball. but perhaps forcing it there, Sasha. Apologising there. Looked like he was going to kick. Fooled Emmanuel Tutuka. Tried to get it away to Salome Hartzenberg, but just goes into touch on this left-hand touchline. So at the moment, a stop-start affair here in Cape Town. And stop we are for the moment with Vincent Koch out. Down. Perhaps looks like just sorting his boots out. The Sharks don't want to lose another man. To the bench. He looks okay. Just screwing in them boots a little bit tighter. Perhaps the turf. Just unsettling somewhat the likes of that front row of the Sharks. The Sharks with a strong scrum early on. But the Stormers look like they're gaining some traction. Of course, you have the likes of Frans Malherbe anchoring that front row. But it's the Sharks to feed. And they win the line out. It's Jaden Hendricks to Oxenchair again. He likes to carry, does he? The loose head Oxenchair. But it's Jaden Hendricks who puts it high with a contestable. Who wants it? It's lost forward by the Stormers. The Sharks want to play it. But it's a double knock on. It's going to be a Sharks put into the scrum. 5-3, the Stormers lead the first quarter down. And you feel this game has yet to kick off. They're still stuck in second gear. What a wonderful crowd in here at the DHL Stadium. Supporting the Stormers, supporting South African rugby. And here's where the job is done. Up front, scrum time. They've got a feel of each other. In fact, it's the Stormers put into the scrum. We're 10 metres in from this left-hand touchline. Just inside the Stormers' half. And another solid scrum from the Stormers results in an advantage from the referee. And it's the Sharks who are struggling. There's two penalties here. One for the scrum, one for the back line. Offside, says the referee. Let's go for the more favourable one, say the Stormers. Well, they put it in the corner on this left-hand touchline. It is within range, but 0 out of 2 so far for Mani Lebok. And he's going to put it in the corner. Do what you do best, son. The Stormers with all the possession, all the territory, the Sharks yet to exit, really. Made some headway early on in the game, from the kickoff, in fact. But since then, the Stormers getting the rub of the green here in front of their home crowd. But not yet converting that pressure into points. It's the Stormers who throw it in. They lose the line out. It's Dylan Richardson for the Sharks who cleans up the loose ball. And the Sharks have an opportunity to exit here. Desperate to get to the opposite end of the field. It's Jaden Hendricks who puts it high again. He keeps it in field. Who wants it? And this time it was corner roll. Who was interfered with, says the referee. The Sharks will have a penalty and a real opportunity now to clear into touch and get into the Stormers' half. When last? Surely now. Wonderful kick from Jordan Hendricks, working it up. Almost up to the Stormers' 22. In fact, it was Ben Jason Dixon with a little shoulder there Sorry, son. There's 962 cameras on you, including the referee. You can't do that. No chance. Just outside the 22 of the Stormers, the Sharks will have a put in to the line out on this left-hand touch line. It's Dylan Richardson. Goes to the back to Khaleesi. It's loose. It's Jenkins. Who wants it? It's play on, and Pepsi Buthelezi picks up the loose ball. The Sharks will have an opportunity now. He has an opportunity. Lorenzo Julius. Here he goes. Jaden Hendrickson finishes it off. It's all too easy. The Stormers' defense looked like they were under a spell there. Lazy defending. Play to the whistle. Come on, folks. They're going to go and back and look at the pass from Jaden Hendrickson to Lorenzo Julius, but he was well away and just about over the try line. But it's Hendrickson, Jaden this time, who was in support to get the pass from Julius. But one feels they're going to look at the pass from Jordan Hendrickson, the fly half, to Julius. And there is some drama here, folks. Hold your horses if you're a Sharks fan. It's not all said and done at the moment. Dabu 8701 says, Boogeyman, you done well there, Dabu. It's just the pass. The right hand stretching for it gives it away. It was a forward pass, in my opinion. We wait for confirmation. But one feels they're going to come back after this TMO review. The Stormers breathe a sigh of relief there. But it must be said, lethargic defending at best from the Stormers. No try, says Amy Barrett Tehran. If you're a Sharks fan, not what you wanted to hear. So the Stormers breathe for the moment, stay in the lead 25 minutes into this clash. It was Jaden Hendrickson who finished it off over the try line in support from Lorenzo Julius, the boogeyman. But it's the Stormers who'll get the feed to the scrum. We're 15 metres in from this right-hand touchline. Just inside the Stormers' 10-metre mark. And they'll have an opportunity to clear their lines here, get into Sharks territory. Wonderful offload, but just slightly forward from Jordan Hendrickson. The crowd will tell you they're happy with that decision. It is going to be Herschel Junkies. 15 metres in from this right-hand touchline to feed for the Stormers. The last couple of scrums have showed us the Stormers are here to play. Here we go. Straight down. The referee calls for a reset. It's on edge here. The Sharks, unfortunately, struggling at scrum time. Not able to clean it up since that Bulls game. And you wonder, what is the answer? How can you fix it in the space of this game? Set pieces so important. And it's Frans Malherbe looking at his Springbok counterpart, eye to eye, bent at the hips, crouch, bind, sit. Herschel Junkies to feed. The Stormers with a solid set. Sasha Feinberg and Gomez Zulu playing at 10. Kicks it deep, but it's Fussy who looks to break away now. Can he find grass? Who wants it? The Stormers knock it on. We just get going in this game. And there's a knock on the handling errors. Not justifiable at the moment. It's clear skies in Cape Town. You want to hold on to it at this level. Surely now, Herschel. Advantage shocks. Will they look to get it in and out just to get over the advantage line here, the shocks? We know what you can do, Oxen Chair. We know it. There's no doubt. They're Watchalong over too. But it's the other 7 forwards that are going to play their part. The Sharks to feed here. 10 metres in from this left-hand touchline on halfway. The Sharks feed the scrum via Jaden Hendrickse. Solid set. It's Esterhuizen. Jordan Hendrickse to Ethan Hooker coming off his left wing. Advantage to the Sharks. You feel this is in range for Jordan Hendrickse. Will he look at the post and say, I got you. I can do it, captain. Give me the chance. Surely now. He's pointed. I don't even know if he looked at the captain. Jordan Hendrickse feels he's got it within range. But Ethan Hooker looking for work from his left wing. And it was Sinatla there in defence, just not releasing the tackled player, according to Amy Barrett-Turan. Dejected look from the coach of the Stormers, James Dobson. The referee's call is final. No clear release. And it's Jordan Hendrickse. Who can forget his kick in the Currie Cup final? Treacherous conditions at Ellis Park. Hendrickse pulls it. I've cursed him, you know. He's pulled it well wide. Both kickers missing kicks here this afternoon. Didn't feel he struck it well. From the moment it left the boot, it was always fading left. And the Stormers still in the lead as we approach the half-hour mark here at the DHL Stadium, folks. Give us your score prediction. Where you tuned in from? Tell us. We're always excited to have you on this journey here on Forever Sports in the Vodacom URC. This time around, it's intercepted by Sasha Feinberg and Gomez Zulu. The Sharks under pressure. The race is on. Who wants it? The Sharks have got it down. Apelele Fassi gets it down for the Sharks. Nervy moments. Intercepted pass by Sasha Feinberg and Gomez Zulu. Put it to the boot. And then the race is on. Herschel Jankies there. Tiptoeing behind Apelele Fassi. But it is a goal line dropout. The Sharks will have to concede possession here. And it's Warwick Holland in possession. Forward pass, surely the basic skills here at the moment on display from both sides. Rather average. Sinatla there with the forward pass. No doubt you could have done better, but Ruan now in defence of Sinatla there was always in front of the pass on this right-hand touchline on the Sharks 10-metre line. We will restart with the Sharks put in. We're really yet to see the Sharks get going. Stuck inside their own territory for the much of this first half. It's Jaden Hendrickse to feed 5 metres in from this right-hand touchline, just on their own 10-metre mark, the Sharks. The Stormers lead by 5-3. It's Andre Esterhuizen. He finds space out wide, and now it's Apelele Fassi who's away. Can he find Ethan Hooker? Yes, he can. Fends off one. Someone's down. One of the defenders. It looks like it's Herschel Jantjies. It's corner roll who takes it up. Wonderful clean out from the Sharks. They're up and over into the 22. Can they convert this now? Precious little time in the opposition 22. But a penalty nonetheless. The Stormers all over the place. Hands on knees. Having to backtrack there. But it's Ethan Hooker. And there might be a little bit of cause for concern here. Ethan Hooker leading with the elbow. Was he? That perhaps is a question for the TMO. Knocking Herschel Jantjies down. Man down. Is there going to be more drama here? The medics on the field making sure that Herschel Jantjies is okay. Shekolisi having his word to the referee. Crucial moment in the first half. The Sharks not really having any traction in the opposition 22. But they will have a penalty when play restarts. Time off for the moment. They're just having a look at Herschel Jantjies. He's, of course, an HIA that Herschel Jantjies will have to participate in. And it's Paul de Wet who will come on in the meantime. We hope that he's okay, Herschel Jantjies. But in fact, it's not a penalty advantage, it's a scrum advantage. Centre field just inside the 22 of Stormers territory. It's going to be Jaden Hendrickson to feed. Safety, of course, of paramount concern for Herschel Jantjies, who took a bit of a knock from that lead shoulder from Ethan Hooker. No intention, just a rugby collision, of course, as adjudged by the referee. It's Jaden Hendrickson to feed. The Sharks in a prime position here to get some attacking juices flowing. It's Hendrickson. It's Fassi. It's out wide. It's Penclair. Shot time! From first phase ball, the Sharks with precious few opportunity strike via the likes of Yal Penclair on this right wing. Jaden to Jordan to Apelele Fassi. Held it for long enough. And it was Yal Penclair with the lovely finish and the try in this right-hand corner. The Sharks are back in the lead. Back and forth, to and fro we go. It's going to be Jordan Hendrickson with the conversion attempt to add the extra 2 to put the Sharks in double figures. He's missed one from the penalty kick. He's within range. He's found the boot to ball. It's sailing. It's shaving the right hand upright. Or in fact, it's over. Too close for comfort there. And he's added the extra 2. It actually went over just inside this right hand upright. And the Sharks are in double figures by 10-5. The restart. The knock on there from the restart. Suleiman Hartzenberg doing some good work chasing that restart, but just knocking it on in the process. The Sharks will have a put into the scrum. In fact, it was Sasha Feinberg and Gomez Zulu who was right up there. It's going to be a Sharks put in. We're about 10 metres in from this left-hand touchline, just inside the Sharks territory, with a little over 5 minutes to play. It's Jaden Hendrickse to feed, to relieve some pressure here, get an exit strategy going. The Sharks do get it out. Hendrickse to Esterhuizen. Looks to bust his way past the first defender. He does so. Hendrickse to Vincent Koch. Outside the 22 now. They don't have the safety of the touchline. He'll put it high for a contestable from the base. And the chase is on from Ethan Hooker. Wonderful take from Suleiman Hartzenberg. The Sharks counter-rucking, but illegally so. Hands beyond the ball from Sia Kolisi there, pinned again by the referee. The Sharks doing the hard work, but the Stormers getting the favour of the whistle from the referee. It's Monty Lebok will look to put it into touch and give the Stormers one real last opportunity before half-time to get themselves back in the lead here in front of their home crowd. "15 metres out from the Sharks try line. It's Andre Fenter to feed on this left-hand touchline. It's a loose ball, but it's Dion Free who picks up. De Wet at the base to Tennyson. Head down and into contact. He's brought to ground. They're up and over the 22 are the Stormers. Murat goes to clean. It's Ruan Nell who looks to pick the ball off Ruan De Wet. Paul De Wet, should I say. He's brought to ground. They recycle quickly. The Stormers in possession. Free brought to ground. De Wet, Lebok, Galant looking for Ngome Zulu. Can't hold on to it. Perhaps wasn't expecting the pass. It's not efficient from the Stormers at the moment, and Sasha Feinberg and Ngome Zulu has gone down again. He's not happy. He's shaking his head. Stormers fans, we could be in for a substitution here. That might be his afternoon down here at the DHL Stadium. The third time he's gone down. You can only try so hard before you have to concede. You got to go and get some rest, son. We're going to restart with the Sharks put in, but it's Ngome Zulu who's going to come off the field. It's Jean-Luc Duplessis who's warming up. And a rather dejected look from Sasha Feinberg and Ngome Zulu, but from this kickoff, took a hard knock from Dylan Richardson. He's never looked comfortable since. He's had one or two touches, but he's grimacing even in defence. Something's happening with that shoulder. Could be a pectoral injury, in fact. We'll wait for the team doctor's response, but Ngome Zulu is done for the year. The phenom, the future of Springbok rugby, will have to sit the rest of this one out. The Sharks will restart with a little over 2.5 minutes to play. Jaden Hendrickson to feed. They're 15 meters in from this left-hand touchline, just inside the 22. 08701 says Sasha doesn't belong at 12, can't hack Andre physicality. Put him at 15. There you heard it from 08701. But it's Jaden Hendrickson. Esther Hazen looks to break clear. He does. But brought to ground. Can they recycle quickly? Yes, they can. It's loose ball. The Sharks kick it ahead. But it's Warwick Galant who looks to find grass. And it's Ethan Hooker now who fancies himself here. It's Ben Jason Dixon who makes the tackle. But the Sharks, again, the basic skills letting us down here, folks. It's festive season, surely. Give us something better to look at. Dylan Richardson with an awful attempt at a pass. Well in front of Emmanuel Tituka and into touch. The Stormers have a little over a minute to play in the right area of the field. All they look at one last opportunity to attack, get back into the lead. The Sharks are ahead by 5. Cagey affair here in the first half of this Vodacom URC clash. It's the vet to feed. No sign of Herschel Junkies yet. Another strong scrum. The Sharks under all sorts of pressure. Here come the Stormers. Jean-Luc Duplessis. Warwick Galant. Monty Libok wrapping around. The Stormers playing under penalty advantage. None gained. In fact, it was Suleiman Hartzenberg who wrapped around there. Wonderful checking from Suleiman Hartzenberg, but no advantage in favour of the Stormers. What will they look for here? They're going to put it into the corner. They want the lead at half time. Can he put it on a ticky into this left-hand corner? For about 12 meters out. And Sasha Feinberg and Gomez Zulu breaking his way onto the scene in Springbok rugby, just not getting himself into gear in terms of staying away from injury. Seems to find him when he least wants it, but it's the Stormers who win the line out. And they look to play here. Galant. Again, a loose pass. It's forward. We're coming back for the penalty advantage. The half-time hoot has gone. The Sharks offside, says the referee. Conceding too many penalties. And now in the red zone. One feels that it was just about a warning from the referee. Wonderful take from Murat at the line out. You thought they were going to maul, but then played it quickly from left to right. But the Sharks pinned at that maul for collapsing, says the referee. One last opportunity here before half-time. Andre Refenter to the front to Murat. The Stormers look to go charging ahead. Here they go. Surely now. Are they in? Is it a try? There's bodies everywhere. I don't know. It's a call for the TMO. Just before half-time, Amy Barrett-Teron consulting with the AR on this left-hand touchline. Couple of questions to be asked. They want to see if the Sharks infringed at that maul in terms of their entry. But the call is no try, folks. But still a bit of drama here before half time. Who's coming from where in that Sharks defence? Defensively, you got to come from an onside position. That ball looks grounded, you know, at the corner of my eye. No try, says the TMO. Now we get on to the next question. It's Ethan Hooker who's the man in question. Looks like a couple of illegal things going on there. Is this an Italian mafia job going on here? What's legal? Nothing, sir. It's up for the TMO to decide. There's inches in it. There is going to be a contentious decision here. If you're a Sharks fan for Ethan Hooker, let's just wait and hear what the referee says in accordance with the TMO. Both captains, Dion Free, Siakolisi Springboks at heart, listening with intent. It's going to be a penalty to the Stormers. Ethan Hooker is going to rest for 10 minutes. That puts him out of the second half. As we're on the edge of the first half. So he'll be out for 10 minutes in the second half. We will restart with the Stormers penalty. The Sharks down to 14. Drama. 2 minutes into extra time of this first half. The clock's in the red. Marnie Lebok's going to put it into touch. And it's 15-14. Took some time to deliberate over that decision. But got to a conclusion. Ethan Hooker's out with a yellow card. The Stormers, a man extra. Can they convert this pressure into points? They've been in some good areas of the field. One feels they need this to kick on in front of their home crowd. It's Andre Ughafent who's been called to use it by the referee. Is he going to break away? Yes, he does. They're only 2 meters out. DeVet. The Sharks looking to counter. But wonderful work there from the Stormers to secure the ball. Tennyson, although he was taken back to it, secured the possession. DeVet. The Stormers now. Ruan now. They can't get much traction on attack here, the Stormers. But still in possession, playing down this right-hand side. Ben Jason Dixon pops it up for Lebok, who feeds Jean-Luc Duplessis. The Stormers now desperate to convert this to points before half-time. DeVet, they play the blind side again. Wonderful hit from Jalpentre. Galant can't free up the arms. Wonderful tackle from Esterhazen. It's gone into touch. The Sharks defended for dear life and have held on. The Stormers can't convert. That is half-time. Christo Trams, thank you, Ruudz. Great rugby commentary as always. Go Sharks! Christo, they held on to the lead at half-time by 10-5 here at the DHL Stadium. Get your drinks topped up and join us here on Forever Sports for the second half of this clash. It's been nervy, it's been cagey, but it's the Sharks in the lead by 10-5. Join us in just a little bit.
You okay, Manifi? I love you. You like upset. What is Javi? You miss me. I'm here. I'm here, George. What's going on? Talk to us. Tell us what's the problem. Dit was mos nasty nie. Here, but I'm hurting up here. I'm so nasty. How's it? What's that? Okay. Tell me. Let me do that. See you again. No. How are you? Yes, I am. Daddy. Ah, 25. Tell us, what do you need? You need nothing. You're not too much. Stop that now. I say stop that. Then, what happened? No, but you see. Baby girl, you're just charging money. It's okay, man. The sound will take off. Oh, it's okay. I'm not happy. Wat gebeurt? Wat gebeurt? Nee, wat niks gebeurt. Ik denk mijn vrouw een shout-out terug hier. Dat is het wel niet anders. Let me maar dat. I'm not from Hungary. I'm not going to defend. No, I feel like a defense dog. No, he's not a bad convict, you know, he's trying. But he's fucking missed all out of two. Om Zulu is uit. Nou is pressure weer op hom. Waar is hom? Ja, dat is wel de grootste van de leven. Dat was het. Dit is dan de hoofdweg. Huh? But yeah, I'm sitting with you, and you supporting me, but now she, how can I make it better? But I can't because I'm there now, and I'm trying to cut it off. You know, what do you need? How? What? Okay. Kom, wat die man. Ja. Ja, ja, hey. Little song, hey. Little song. It's on poof. Dat is goed. Ja. Ja, die stoelen. I'm good, but now I'm not so. Not so. Wat is het dan? Nou, you know. How can I not join a company? Just Brian. What is that? Huh? What is he missing with? I could see by here, go small way. All by them. Some gets cooking from this. I could tell us and eat some of it. It's going to be a little year now. We buy the plan and it's also hard. Yeah, I'm not a good person. I can see some people. But when it is, when you say, no, what Morpheus said, but they never did say. But they know, but they know. When is it, you kind of do it. That's glorious. That's glorious. No, what will you mean? Oh, what is it? What did he do? Yeah. From the freedom of mind. Huh? What is the what comes to be? My immediate man. What? I go. I'm so happy. I'm not. What will make me all these things here? What was it say? What? Correctly. What? Nee, goed. Druk eens af, weg. Alsjeblieft. Dat was verkeerd. Ik is iemand wat ze heel uiteindelijk leven. Verkeerd dat. Niet goed. Niet calm down. Dat is echt verkeerd. Unconditional. Alsjeblieft, meneer. Ik wil een keer. Je is goed, wij hebben het ook hier. Dit wij helemaal. Netje. Brilliant. I love you. That's that. Now let's be happy. Right? Right. Just checking the stats. Neil zal bij de huis wees. Als je wil gaan. Huh? Huh? I love you.
Hello and welcome back. And we're underway in the second half. It's the Stormers who'll kick off from right to left. The Sharks in the lead by 10-5. The Stormers, of course, have unfortunately lost Sasha Feinberg and Gomezulu for the Sharks. They lost Emil van Heerden early on. But an opportunity for the Stormers here now from the restart, back in possession, just outside the 22 Lebok. To Jean-Luc Duplessis, who's cut down by Vincent Koch. And the Stormers play down this blind side, or in fact breakaway, via Paul de Wet. And it's Salman Murat who feeds Andre Gopvente. The Stormers looking to get underway here in the second half. Jean-Luc Duplessis, Yao Pentre. Wonderful intervention from Yao Pentre, who scored a try to put the Sharks in the lead. And the Sharks clear their lines. The Stormers were hot on the attack there. Jean-Luc Duplessis looking to find Ruudz, but it's Yao Pentre who stood in his way, and the Sharks breathe again for the moment, and just inside the Stormers' territory on this left-hand touchline, they clear their lines. And it's the Stormers who feed via Andre Gopvente. They make their way into the Sharks' territory. It's Ben Jason Dixon who puts his head down over the advantage line. He's not held. Looks to break away. Wonderful work. Paul de Wet in support. The Stormers recycle. Sobela Sonatla picks up the loose ball. He's got a try already. Looking industrious. The Stormers, they look to break clear. Andre Gopvente is bundled into touch on this left-hand touch line. And wonderful work from the Stormers to recycle that ball there, but the Sharks on defense showing their worth. Siakolisi in there, corner roll. Bundling Andre Gopvente into touch. Wonderful work from the Springbok captain, Siakolisi there. And the Sharks will have the feed to the line out, but 5 meters out from their own try line on this left-hand touch line. It is corner roll. Jaden Hendricks off the top to Oxenche. They secure possession. They'll look to clear here. Surely into touch now, Jaden Hendricks from the base. This time again decides to keep it in field. Yao Pentre can't hold on with that contestable kick. It's going to be a scrum down to the Stormers. October Har Four says Sharks with 22. Bold October. Love it. Justin Nell, big Stormers fan. Love Dobbo, but to keep the job, he needs to make tough decisions. SFM, Sasha Feinberg and Gomezulu is a 10 and should be taking the kicks. We need a 12 plus a 6. There you heard it from Justin Nell. Surely now. Insightful comment there, Justin. Thank you for tuning in. Malcolm Moody. Tune your mic off at half time. We can hear all the shenanigans. Was my mic on, Malcolm? I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden. Joshua van der Westhuizen. Why isn't it playing on DStv? It is. But you tuned in here on Forever Sports, Joshua. Thank you for tuning in, folks. It's a loose ball. And it's going to be the Sharks who have the feed to the line out just outside their own 22. It's Dylan Richardson to feed for the Sharks. Jaden Hendrickson to Oxenchair. They're about 20 meters in from this left-hand touchline, just outside the 22 of the Sharks. He puts it high from the base. Sinatla manages to pick up the ball from the air. It's the Stormers in possession now. The Sharks have to defend. Wonderful defending from Jason Jenkins. The Stormers in possession. De Vet to Lebok. He puts it high. The chase is on. But Fussy under the high ball, secure as ever. The Stormers get it back though. It's Murat. Jean-Luc Duplessis to Ben Jason Dixon. The Stormers look intent on getting towards that 22. They're away. It's Solomon Hartzenberg. In fact, Salman Murat has it in possession from Alhabra. Lebok. The Stormers have a scrum advantage. De Vet. Is he over? He is over. The ball bobbled everywhere. And it's try time for the Stormers. The scores are level, you know. You couldn't take your eyes off it for a second. I did. That the referee blew a scrum advantage to the Stormers. De Vet sniping around the base. To Marcel Tennyson. Siakolisi making the tackle. Salman Murat picking up the loose ball, and from there, it bobbled here, there, and everywhere. It's the Stormers who have the opportunity now via the boot of Lebok to add the extra 2. It's 10 apiece. It's on a knife edge, but the Stormers going to the lead. The Sharks, of course, still without Ethan Hooker. But the home crowd will tell you that's what they came to see. The home side in the ascendancy. And it's Paul de Vet replacing Herschel Junkies. No sign of him. Some injury concerns here for the Sharks. In the form of Apere Fassi, who's down. So time off for the moment. But the Stormers in the lead by 12-10. Talk about shenanigans. That was a bit of shenanigans. The ball bobbling everywhere. Surely now. Apere Fassi. Limping on one leg. He's going to be off. Vincent Koch coming off. Not good news for the Sharks. Not great news for the Springboks either. Andre Esterhuizen down. The attrition rate high here at the DHL Stadium. Esterhuizen looking to get over the ball. There was a clean out on Esterhuizen. Is he going to be okay? It looks like he wants to continue. He's a warrior for the Hollywood Bet Sharks. Sia Masuku looks like he's coming off the bench. For Apelele Fassi, who will take no further part, folks. Where you tuned in from, talk to me here on Forever Sports. Is the festive season treating you well? It's wonderful to get a bit of rugby, no doubt, before the new year. Wilfred Will says, come on, Stormers. We need to take this one. Marnie, make your magic. You heard it from the mouth of Wilfred Will. Will Marnie do it for the Stormers this afternoon? 2 players out. Esterhuizen looks like he wanted to continue, but in one fell swoop, the Sharks have lost 3 Springboks. Vincent Koch replaced. Apelele Fassi replaced. And Andre Esterhuizen replaced. There's going to be a reshuffle here. What are we looking at? They are, in fact, looking at the clean-out on Esterhuizen. So we're coming back. There's more drama, folks. Hold on. Time is off. The TMO is getting his paycheck's value. Intervening in this one, perhaps, Jean-Luc Duplessis. That definitely, for my opinion, looks like it's in from the side. There might be some problems here for the Stormers, for Jean-Luc Duplessis in from the side. You've got to come in behind the last man's feet. Behind the gate. On the knee of Andre Esterhuizen, this could be where the drama unfolds for the Stormers. The try might be retracted. Stormers fans, hold on if you're overly excited. Why the scoreline? It could change in a jiffy. Dianfari Siakolisi listening intently to the referee. No try. The Sharks stay in the lead. Paul de Wet won't be credited with the try. No yellow card. Interesting for a foul play incident. But the try will be scratched out, and Ethan Hooker is about to come back on the field. The Sharks desperate to get 15 on 15 here. They've lost some experience, some value in the form of Apelele Fassi and Andre Esterhuizen. Not into touch, an unforced error. Wonderful work from Silemain Hartzenberg. It's Jody Schickling who takes it off Mani Lebok. And into clean is Salman Murat. But it's the vet again. Lebok. Galant looks to skip one. Here's an opportunity now for the Stormers. Ronell. Who wants it? It's Jordan Hendricks who picks up the ball off the ground. Wonderful skill there from the Sharks. Fly off. The Stormers looking to break from their own 22 after that unforced error from the Sharks. Penalty kick into touch. And it is going to be the Sharks in possession here. Will look to put it high from the base. Judging from the shape here from Jaden Hendricks, so he does. 15 meters in from this left-hand touch line. Inside the Sharks half, it's Galant. Manages to keep it in field. Sinatla, can he break away? The step, the dart, but he's brought to ground. The Stormers in possession now. They come rumbling on. De Wet working their way to the 22. Libok attacks the line. Lovely ball out the back. Jean-Luc Duplessis. Solomon Hotzenberg up and over the advantage line. They're only 10 meters out now. De Wet to Murat. Big hit on Ben Jason Dixon there from Oxenchair and Emmanuel Tituka. Showing their worth on defence, the Sharks there, and in particular, the loose head prop Oxenchair and the loose forward Emmanuel Tituka. Malcolm Moody, loving your chat from Durbanville. Sharks fan, shout out Malcolm from Durbanville. As we see the introduction of Brock Harris onto the field, Ruben van Heerden onto the field for the Stormers. Here come the finishers. Behind on the scoreboard, but in terms of territory in the right area of the field of the Stormers on that occasion, just losing it forward from the hands of Ben Jason Dixon, the Sharks. Resolute on defence. Time off for the moment. This time, some attention to Sia Khaleesi, the captain. What is this target? The Springboks Day? Or what's going on here, son? They're going down like flies. No, man. Sia Mtanda Khaleesi. Get your buttocks back up on the field. John Plumtree and the Sharks need you. Surely now, with a little over half an hour to go, the Mexican wave reverberating in the crowd. What a crowd it is at the DHL Stadium. Just about packed to capacity. And even though the Stormers are trailing, they feel there's more to give in this game. Electric atmosphere. And electric it is here on Forever Sports with all the fans tuning in. Isn't it magic? The Sharks will feed to the scrum via Jaden Hendrickse. Early shove from the Stormers there, picked up by the referee. The Sharks will have an opportunity to clear. And it's Masuku with ball in hand. It's charged down from Marcel Tiernissen. Would you believe it? The Sharks do get another bite of the cherry and clear it via Jaden Hendrickse. Nervy moments there. Perhaps too lackadaisical there, Sia Masuku. It all worked out nonetheless, but we're on the 10-meter mark of Sharks territory. It's the Stormers to feed. Here come the Stormers with the line-out feed. Solid ball. Centre field. Caught behind the advantage line. De Wet. Feed Salman Murat. The Stormers back on the 10-meter mark now. They want to get over the advantage line, but it's Oxenchair looking to make his defensive contribution. Lebocco can't hold on to the pass from De Wet. Has to take it into contact. They're back where they started on the 10-meter mark. Centre field now. It's advantage, says the referee. Galant can't get away from Lorenzo Julies there. It's a penalty advantage nonetheless for the Sharks. Will they look to put the 3 points over here, the Stormers? If you're a Stormers fan, do give us an indication in the comment section. What do you feel is lacking at the moment? We heard early on Justin L talk about Sasha Feinberg and Gomezulu playing at 10, perhaps needing an inside centre, perhaps needing an open side flanker. If you're a Sharks fan, give us your opinion on how they navigate the waters when the Springboks go down, which they have in the likes of Fassi, Esterhuizen, Koch. How they can bring that youth and experience together and still compete. At the moment, they held on to a lead here by 5 points, but it's the Stormers on attack. They've put it on a knife edge right into this left-hand corner, 5 meters out from the Sharks try line. It's Ben Jason Dixon who jumps. The Stormers look to rumble, and over the try line they go, just like that. The Stormers have leveled the score. You feel it's a long time coming, but it's Dion Free who gets the credit for the try, but a team effort nonetheless, especially in that forward pack, rumbling on in that driving maul. The Sharks look to defend, perhaps swimming around, not staying in unison on defence. And the Stormers, once they got traction in go forward ball, the defence fragmented, and it's Dion Free who goes over for the try. The scores are level at 10 apiece, with a little over 25 minutes to play. This is the conversion to put the Stormers in the lead. But wonderful work from the Stormers there. Put the penalty kick into touch. 5 meters out on this left-hand touch line. LeBoc has missed. No, man. You can't do this to the Stormers fans. The scores stay level. It went to Ben Jason Dixon. And just rumbling on were the Stormers and Dion Free, all tucked under the arm. Puts the ball over for the try. It's 10 apiece. It's Ruben van Heerden for the Stormers, who gathers the restart. The Sharks having to defend here from the restart. Paul de Wet, for intents and purposes, a permanent replacement for Herschel Junkies. But it's an offside there, an unforced error. It looks like Sinatla was in front of the kicker. The timing just off there from Sabelo Sinatla, who's been industrious. He's got a try. But on that occasion, just a little bit over eager. And the Sharks will have a penalty. It's Siamasuku who will put it into touch on this left-hand touch line. And it's the Sharks who will have an opportunity to attack here. Andrea on the field for the Sharks. Changing up on that front row. Pepsi Buthelezi has had a quiet afternoon. Can he make some impact? He's brought to ground just inside the Stormers 22. It's corner roll off Jaden Hendrickson. It's quick recycling from the Sharks as they play from left to right. Francois Fenter, Julius can't hold on to it. No advantage. Jean-Luc Duplessis looked a heck of the head. He kicked someone's head off. Didn't get much of the ball there. But Oxenchair is done for the night. The Sharks been struggling somewhat at scrum time. It's evident to see as we close off on this third quarter. The scores are level here in Cape Town. It was a tight affair in Durban a few weeks ago. Are we in for a nervy finish? The Sharks at least playing in the right areas of the field but conceding possession for the moment. As the referee calls for a reset. Throb health is why Sasha getting injured all the time. That is a very good question. I wish I had the answers for you there. I'm sure the conditioning isn't a problem. A tinge of bad luck one feels for Sasha Feinberg and Gomezulu. Is it too much rugby? Those are the questions that will have to be answered by the scientists as the Stormers look to kick it into touch, but they've done so. And unfortunately, an unforced error, Jean-Luc Duplessis puts it straight into touch. Off the left boot, the Sharks will have the line out from where he kicked it, just outside the Stormers 22 on this left-hand touchline. But this game, here in the Vodacom URC on a knife's edge, it's Dylan Richardson to feed for the Sharks. The set pieces have been sound. It's Jenkins. Buthelezi to Kolisi. The pass just a little bit loose, just catching the Sharks' attack behind the advantage line. The Stormers defending now. Keeping the Sharks behind that advantage line as Jordan Hendrickson looks to break clear. Jaden Hendrickson goes in and recycles for the Sharks. Julie's wrapped up. Hendrickson to Ruandrea, who puts his head down. The Sharks, for the moment, going from side to side here on the Stormers' 10-metre mark. But it's Julies who breaks away. Can he find support in hooker? Yes, he can. Can he keep it in? No, he can't. The foot has just grazed this right-hand touchline. And for a moment, you thought Lorenzo Julies was up and away. He found support in Ethan Hooker, but it's Silemain Hartzenberg together with Moni Lebok who make the double tackle and just get a foot into touch. We're 8 metres out on this right-hand touchline. The Stormers all have put in an opportunity to win their set play and get out of this danger zone. But it's Julies who made the break after getting the pass from Francois Fenter. Julies found Ethan Hooker on this right-hand touchline, the left winger, but just into touch. Crucial defence from the Stormers there with the double tackle from Hartzenberg and Lebok. The Stormers win the line out. It's the vet to Tennyson. Can they find an angle here to exit? Stormers are 50-50 gold and nonsense at the same time. Imposter, have I said it right? As they clear their lines down this right-hand touchline, we're still inside the Stormers' territory between their 10-metre mark and 22. The crowd on edge as the scores are level. We're into the final quarter. It's Dylan Richardson to feed for the Sharks. Time is off for the moment. Khaleesi just getting some attention, but he's back to his feet. Here we go. Surely now time is back on. The Sharks to feed on this right-hand touchline. Scores are level. Tit for tat we go. Here in Cape Town. Wonderful work from Jason Jenkins to win that ball. Francois Venter, the replacement, takes it up, and Sia Khaleesi picks and goes. Can't make it over that vantage line, but the Sharks recycle. Masuku puts it high. It's contestable. Who wants it? Venter. Knocked on by the Stormers. Double knock on, in fact. It's Warwick Galant in his 50th game. Showed some touches here in this game, especially early on to get that kick out to Sayabella Sanatla, but on that occasion, his hands letting him down with a contestable kick. The Sharks will have the scrum. They won't mind that. And Nick Hatton is coming onto the field for Sia Khaleesi, who will make way. So the Springboks fizzling out one by one here, by hook or by crook. But a roaring cheer from the home crowd for Sia Khaleesi. Why wouldn't you cheer him? He's our national captain. You better believe it. Paul de Villiers on for Dion Fourie. Another Springbok, this time on the Stormers side. Definitely excited to be back. Got a try to his name tonight. Dion Fourie. Golfi that somehow says, come on, Sharks. Finish. The bullseye. It's on a knife's edge here for Golfi. And a penalty this time to the Stormers at scrum time. With the replacements up front, the Sharks haven't been able to fix their scrum. The Stormers will have a put in, or a penalty, should I say, to kick to touch and a put into the line out. It's Mani Lebok who will clear the lines into Sharks territory. Just up and in, over halfway. Into the Sharks half they go, the Stormers. Definitely had the rub of the green. At scrum time, this time around, it's Ruan Dreyer, who's been pinned by Amy Barrett-Turon. And the Stormers go to the back. It's De Wet. Lebok puts it high, centre field. There's a number of Stormers chasing here. Masuku can't get it. De Wet. Tiernison. Play continues, says the referee. Play to the whistle. Let's go. Galant to Venter. And the Sharks have it back now via Yao Pentre, who collected the pass off Francois Venter. The Stormers, one feels, could have done more with that. But it's Jaden Hendricks who feeds Dylan Richardson. They're 10 metres out from their own try line here, the Sharks. They don't want to fight with fate here. Get it clear, Jaden, from the base. Jaden Hendricks. It's charged down. Chata, no! Offside was Ruben van Heerden. Not behind the last man's feet. The home crowd were in rapturous applause. But from an offside position, Ruben van Heerden charged that down from Jaden Hendricks. Jean-Luc Duplessis walked it in, but no try. Tough call. Inches in it. But it's not into touch. Again, an unforced error from the Sharks. The Stormers. Can they play with more intent here? Right up against this left-hand touchline, just inside Sharks territory. The Sharks not showing any signs that they want to win it now. Lebok Galant. Ben Jason Dixon. Can he find space? Buthelezi looks to counter, but the Stormers hold on to possession. It's De Wet again. It's all a little bit loose for the moment. The Stormers have recycled it. Sanatla goes into play 9. Looking for work again. Sayabelo Sanatla. Jean-Luc Duplessis to De Wet. JJ Kotza running a wonderful line there, and the Stormers come charging ahead. Ruben van Heerden. It's quick ball now. Lebok! He's done it, you know! The Stormers in the lead. If you're ever in doubt about Mani Lebok, take a look at that again. And you'll relinquish all doubt. The Stormers in the lead. With a little over 12 and a half minutes to play. An opportunity now to convert his own kick. Maybe that will give him more motivation. But the Stormers, with all the motivation now as they take the lead. Wave after wave. Phase after phase. Corner roll, slow on the defensive fold. Couldn't get to Mani Lebok. Siamasuku slipped off him. Ethan Hooker couldn't get him. Mani Lebok with butter on his body. And over for the try. The home crowd will tell you that's what we came to see. Peter Williams, not sure who's playing the poorer of the two teams, as no one seems to want to win. Peter, you couldn't have put it any better. But on that occasion, you have to concede. The Stormers now showing a little bit more intent. As Mani Lebok converts the kick, his first of the afternoon, and the Stormers ahead by a converted score here in Cape Town. It's Bradley Davids on the field now for Lorenzo Julies. The Sharks making another substitution. But it is the Stormers in the lead. And from the restart, they have possession. It's De Wet who puts it high. It's contestable. Who wants it? Jordan Hendricks underneath it. Safe under the high ball there. Jenkins. Two corner roll, but no room over the advantage line. Siamasuku. Can he get away? There's an opportunity now for the Sharks. Masuku to Tituka. Davids. They put it on the boot here, the Sharks. Looking to stay inside the danger zone of the Stormers on this right-hand touchline. But the Stormers have their third try. They're in bonus point territory now. The Sharks, unfortunately, have to get going. With a little over 10 minutes to play to draw level. They need a converted score. Wilfred Will says, Libok magic. Libok, jou doring al skop jy mis. Daar sê. Vertel hom uit die perdse bek. Wilfred Will, the Sharks with the loose line out. But Hatton picks up the loose ball. In possession now, corner roll. Inside the 22, Bradley Davids to Pepsi Buthelezi. The Sharks looking for more traction from him here. Emmanuel Tituka. Can the Sharks show some intent on attack? Masuku wrapped up on defense by Marcel Tennyson. It's Pepsi Buthelezi again. The Sharks want to recycle quickly as they play left to right. They need to go a bit more direct. Jordan Hendrickse, yelping clear! Looking to make his way around the defence. Wonderful work, Jordan. It's Jaden to Jordan Hendrickse. I almost got my words tied up in a knot. But there's the score that puts the Sharks right back in it. It's Jordan Hendrickse, the fly-off for the Sharks. They're up to 15 with the conversion to come. The Sharks strike back with their second try. And there's still a lot left to play for here in this Vodacom URC clash. Here at the DHL Stadium, the Sharks are not done just yet. Best you believe it. If you're a Sharks fan, stay positive, stay hungry, stay humble. It's a jungle out there. To convert his own try, Jordan Hendrickse. Both number 10s getting on the score sheet in terms of tries, conversions. Both number 10s get on that conversion sheet from their own try. The scores are level. We had Mark Man 800 earlier with a 23-all draw. That draw is looking a little bit more likely there, Mark. As the Stormers kick off the restart, it's Emmanuel Tituka. Takes it inside the 22, 15 metres in from this right-hand touchline. Bradley Davids puts it high. It's contestable. Who wants it? Not gathered cleanly by Galant, but he goes in to clean. It's De Wet. The Stormers in possession now. Just inside the Sharks half. 14 metres in from this right-hand touchline. De Wet puts it high. It's contestable. Who wants it? It's Jordan Hendrickse. To Jason Jenkins, who goes charging ahead. The Sharks in possession now. Jaden Hendrickse at 10. He puts it high. It's all backwards play on, says the referee Lebock. To Marcel Tienison. Takes the loose ball off Marnie Lebock. Penalty to the Sharks. Holding on, says the referee. It's Emmanuel Tituka. Might have been quiet all afternoon. What a critical set there in getting over the ball on his feet. And Amy Barrett-Turon has no other option but to award the Sharks a penalty. Clearly on his feet. The player on the ground has to release the ball. And for a Stormers fan, unfortunately, they concede the penalty. Malcolm Moody says Sharks spent too much wine tasting yesterday. Bad play in the second half. Also disagree with Plumtree as coach. He is too old. Malcolm. Fair point. I'm sure that'll be up for debate. If there's still the passion within you, maybe you're not too old, but for the Sharks, yeah, it's definitely not too late to take the lead because they've done just that. It's simply sensational from Jordan Hendrickse. And the Sharks are in the lead. By 20 points to 17. And it's Marnie Lebock who gets us underway with the restart. Jordan Hendrickson with the try conversion and then the penalty to wrestle this game back for the Sharks. There's a little over 4 minutes to play. The Stormers have it all to do now. A three-pointer would level it up. They need 5 or 7 to win it. De Wet to Lebok, who puts it high. Who's chasing? Solomon Hartzenberg. Who wants it? Ethan Hooker gets it, irrespective of who wants it. It's Davids at the base. The Sharks now just have to have some sort of game management. It was a close affair in Durban. It's right down to the wire here in Cape Town. Bradley Davids from the base, 15 metres in from this right-hand touchline. Contestable, it's on halfway. It's a penalty to the Stormers. Ethan Hooker over eager, not allowing Wani Lebok to touch ground just yet, making the tackle. And Amy Barrett-Turan on the spot to award the penalty to the Stormers. Lebok is going to touch with the left boot. Of course, can kick off the right or left boot. And clearly there, Ethan Hooker, rightfully pinned by the referee for that infringement. The Stormers now just inside the 22 on this right-hand touchline of the Sharks. All to play for with a little over 3 minutes, or a little under 3 minutes, I should say. Time off for the moment. The Sharks hold a slender lead by 20 points to 17. Siabelo Sinatla, Dion Free, Moni Lebok for the Stormers, Yal Pentle and Jordan Hendrickson for the Sharks. 2 out of 2 conversions for the Sharks, however, only 1 out of 3 for the Stormers. Will that come back to bite them? As Jordan Hendrickson put over a penalty as well. $15 points on the board for Jordan Hendrickson for the Sharks. And the Stormers go charging ahead, though. They're not done just yet. Hold on, folks. The Sharks have to defend for all they're worth. Are in for a magical finish here. Is it a penalty advantage? Yes. It's shot time for the Stormers. Jean-Luc Duplessis, irrespective of the penalty advantage, has gone over for the try. And if you're a Stormers fan, you'll be jumping off your seat right now. Came off the bench for Sasha Feinberg and Gomez Zulu. They went rumbling forward after that line out from the penalty kick. The Sharks fragmented at the maul. Couldn't get back on defense to set. And it's Jean-Luc Duplessis from Paul de Wet. Puts his head down, straight into Jaden Hendrickson. No chance. The Stormers are in the lead. There will be time for a restart. But that is a bonus point try for the Stormers. They'll collect a full 5 points should they get over the line here in front of their home crowd. Mani Lebok will eat up the clock for as long as he can. The Stormers fans in rapturous applause around the ground. What a time to score. Off the bench at that, Jean-Luc Duplessis, the conversion, sailing. And for the Stormers' sake, simply sensational. There's seconds to go. The Stormers lead by 24-20. It's vengeance now for the Stormers after that close loss in Durban. Advantage from the restart. It's a knock on, should I say. Siamasuku couldn't hold on to the ball. And it's one final scrum for the Stormers. Yeah, they've been strong all afternoon. This is it, folks. Shout out to all the Stormers fans. It's been stop-start. There's been some basic unforced errors, to and fro, back and forth. But a result is on the cards here for the Stormers if they can just navigate this scrum down. And the ball is in hand with Paul de Vet. Just outside their own 22. The Sharks desperately needed to get the restart back to formulate some sort of opportunity. Lebok fumbles the ball. Situka's there. It doesn't matter how you get it out. Just get it out. And that is that, folks, here on Forever Sports. The Stormers take it by 24 points to 20. Wilfred Will says, Stormers magic. I told you so. And it went right down to the wire here at the DHL Stadium in Cape Town in front of their home fans. It's the DHL Stormers who get their try at the death from Luc Duplessis, I beg your pardon, and take it away after Jordan Hendrickson just about won it for the Sharks. 24 points to 20. The home side take it. They move up the table. The Sharks can't make their way into the top four, but a desperate victory nonetheless for John Dobson and the Stormers. It's been an absolute pleasure to take you through this one. Mark A says, was a close game. Malcolm Moody. Stormers were the better team on the day. Well done. Louis Fourie, close to my prediction. No doubt. Shout out Louis Fourie. Surely now he's done it. And the Stormers have done it. Just about double the amount of carries the Stormers had. 382 meters made to 217. 8 penalties conceded by the Stormers, 11 by the Sharks. You feel on the balance of those probabilities of statistics, the better side won, the home side won. It's 24 to the Stormers, the Sharks 20. And we look forward to having every single one of you back here on Forever Sports in the New Year's. Until then, safe travels as we navigate towards 2025. If you're a Stormers fan, you have something to cheer about on New Year's Eve. 24 points to 20. But yeah, at Forever Sports from myself, Ruudz. I'll see you on the other side of 2025. Bye for now.